In the early months of 1990, a harrowing chapter unfolded in India's picturesque Kashmir Valley, known as the Kashmir Exodus. Thousands of Kashmiri Pandits, a Hindu minority, were forced to flee their ancestral homeland under the threat of violence. This event is not just a historical milestone, but a chilling reminder of the valley's volatile political landscape. The Kashmir Exodus was marked by widespread fear, targeted assassinations, and brutal attacks on the Pandit community, leading to one of the largest exoduses in the history of Kashmir. The transformation of the serene valley into a ground of terror was driven by a mix of religious extremism, regional politics, and a breakdown of law and order. During this period, extremist groups issued warnings through local newspapers and loudspeakers, demanding that Pandits leave the valley, convert to Islam, or face death. The atmosphere in the valley was thick with dread, as families packed their belongings, often under the cover of night, leaving behind their homes, properties, and centuries-old cultural heritage. Many took refuge in overcrowded camps in Jammu and Delhi, facing a life of uncertainty and hardship. The exodus led to the displacement of an estimated 100,000 to 300,000 Kashmiri Pandits, drastically altering the demographics of the region. The government, struggling with its response, failed to provide adequate protection, resulting in a profound sense of betrayal among the Pandit community. The roots of this conflict can be traced back to the broader geopolitical tensions between India and Pakistan, alongside the rise of insurgency in the late 1980s. The insurgents, supported by Pakistan, aimed to destabilize the region and saw the Pandits as symbols of Indian statehood in Kashmir. This period saw an increase in violent activities, including bombings, kidnappings, and killings, making survival increasingly difficult for the Pandit community. One of the most tragic incidents was the 1998 Wantama massacre, where 23 Kashmiri Pandits were brutally killed by militants. Events like these cemented the Pandits' decision to flee en masse, seeking safety over heritage. The exodus had a devastating impact on the cultural and social fabric of Kashmir. The Pandit community, known for their contributions to Kashmiri culture, education, and administration, left a void that has yet to be filled. Temples were desecrated, properties were usurped, and the once vibrant presence of Pandits in the valley faded into a memory. Today, more than 3 decades later, the wounds of the exodus remain fresh. Efforts for rehabilitation and return have been sporadic and largely unsuccessful, as the fear of insecurity still looms large. The younger generation of Pandits, born and raised in exile, struggles with identity, torn between the memories of their parents' homeland and the reality of their current lives. On the international stage, the Kashmir Exodus drew significant attention, highlighting the complex interplay of religion, politics, and human rights in the region. It showcased the perils faced by minority communities in conflict zones and the challenges of achieving a peaceful resolution. While the Indian government and various organizations have made attempts to address the plight of the displaced Pandits, the situation remains a contentious issue in the broader Kashmir conflict. The trauma of displacement is compounded by the lack of justice and accountability for the atrocities committed during that period, leaving a scar on the collective consciousness of the community. In exploring the Kashmir Exodus, it's crucial to understand the human stories behind the statistics. Families torn apart, dreams shattered, and a rich cultural heritage disrupted. It's a narrative of survival, resilience, and the quest for justice. As we reflect on this dark chapter, it's a reminder of the enduring impact of historical events on the present and future. The Kashmir Exodus stands as a testament to the resilience of the Kashmiri Pandit community and a call to action for preserving the cultural tapestry of the valley. It urges us to remember the past, understand the complexities of the present, and hope for a future where peace and coexistence prevail.